Harrison, can we get you in the...
Guys, right in front of you, please. That's smile. All aboard.
And everybody just cheer right a little bit.
Phoebe, right here, sweetheart. Phoebe, right here, right in front.
Phoebe, right in front of you, please.
And Matt's right here.
Matt's right over here. Matt, look back. Matt, straight ahead.
Matt, right with me. All right, buddy.
Boy, come on.
Boy, come on now.
Right here, look this way. Hang on, don't worry, come on. Big smile, sweetheart.
Toby, you're right. That smile.
Toby, let me see the front.
Toby, let's have a smile right.
Straight this way, smile.
And Karen right there.
Karen, right in front of you, Karen. That smile.
Right here, Thomas, again, right here. Look back.
Thomas, one time.
Get it over here, straight
Hey,
ahead.
Olivia, right in front of you, sir. Last one, bud, right here.
And Frank and Kathleen right here.
Steven, sir, right in front of you.
And together on the right, please. Key, again, right here. Wave at me. Key.
Rod, Key, right here, guys. Thank you, guys. Last one.
Over your shoulder, left. Jeanette.
Yeah, Tony.
Tony, one more.
Can I see the back? Let's see the back. There you go.
Well, I'm celebrating this film and this installment, but I'm also celebrating all of those people who have kept us making these movies for 42 years and whom I owe everything. And I really hope that they like our movie. That's very important to me. That I think the kind of film that is passed on from generation to generation is the kind of film that I grew up and treasured. That family aspect of these films, I think, is one of the most important things to me, because we've gone from generation to generation through the agency of family. I mean, you can't ask for anything more.
Oh my God, you know, we've been sitting on this film for so long. I'm so excited for it to come out. And it's such a ride and it's such an adventure, and I'm just so happy to be in with an audience experiencing it. It's very hard to describe because it feels incredibly surreal, but also like the gravitas of it is, I'm reminded of that every day with every poster I see and every fan that I meet of the movies. And you just hope we haven't, messed it up. I don't think we have. I think Jim has done an amazing, beautiful job. And there are so many beautiful Easter eggs in there from the original films, and so many tips of the hat all the way through. And I think it really is just a really special movie. Well, this is where it belongs, you know? This is how we're supposed to see it. And like, some movies are shot to be seen this big. And even when we were shooting, when you see these like crash zoom close-ups of Harrison and he's like, this way, you're just like, yeah, you want it to be huge. So I can't wait to see it. I mean, the whole crew just melted when he came out in the outfit for the first time. I think we've been filming for about a month, and we were in Sicily, and maybe even more than a month, but he walked out onto set very casually, and we were all just like, and then the only note I got for the rest of the day was to stop smiling behind him, because I was just like, even though we were meant to be going into a terrifying cave, I was like,
It's amazing. It feels like a dream. I feel like I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. And I love all the fans. They're all amazing. They're all smiling, and I love them. I love this movie. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is amazing. And I love this franchise, and I'm looking forward to people to finally watch the movie for the first time. I mean, seeing it on the big screen is amazing. It's an amazing feeling, and I don't know, watching Harrison Ford being back again to play Indiana Jones, it's an amazing feeling. I'm excited for them to discover the entire movie, for them to discover the 25 first minutes, which are amazing. I'm looking forward to them to meet other characters such as Helena, Teddy, Ronaldo. I'm looking forward for people to watch it.
Yeah, it really is a celebration. It's 42 years ago the film came out yesterday. So here we are doing it again, and still the same guy, Harrison Ford, who is a legend, but doesn't make you feel like he's a legend. He just makes going to work, like going to the construction site or something like that. I'm tickled to be a part of it, and I'm happy for the fans to see it. He's just a relatable hero, and I think what they'll find the most, I hope, is it's just a moving and touching story. It's surprising how it kind of gets you in the throat at the end.
Well, it's, people talk about, I never thought I would be part of a film series like this, but it's definitely true that an action film was not the kind of thing I thought I would ever get to be a part of. So I'm very proud to be part of this, and I think it's probably the most emotional of the films that I've seen or been, that I've seen in the sequence. I think it's that the film can embrace so many different sort of registers of tone. It seems to be both serious and comic at the same time. It seems to be ironic but very passionate, and all of those different registers. It seems to be they found a form to embrace all of that, and I think that's what this one does as well.
Well, it's not my first film, but my first premiere ever. And for Indiana Jones, the biggest movie of this year, probably, maybe of the century. That's awesome. No, it's great. I flew in from Amsterdam, Netherlands, and it's a great honor to be part of this. Absolutely. Well, the first time I came on set, I actually met him. He just came off set, and I said to him, "I'm going to be the one chasing you out through the movie as the bad guy." And he looked at me and said, "I quit," and he ran off set. And he stayed in his character, and it was the best moment for me to meet Indiana Jones and Harrison at the same time. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, it's great to be back. I mean, it's been a long haul to get here, but we're thrilled to be back and thrilled to be having the movie here, being celebrated on both sides of the street after over 40 years.
Yeah, and to have Indiana Jones back, I think, not just for those of us who made the movie, but for everybody else. I mean, it's such an excitement to be having fun with this character again.
Well, I think that's what's great about tonight, is there are generation after generation that there are kids that are now grown up who saw Raiders of the Lost Ark, and now they're here tonight and they're bringing their kids. So it's great to have this generation, a new generation, discover Indiana Jones.
No, and I also think that it just brings back so much when people step back into the theater on this fifth movie. They're going to feel the same. They're going to see a character that they kind of felt like they grew up with. And I think that that's a powerful thing to share with family and friends, and I think that's the excitement that comes along with this.
Well, kind of the same excitement they've discovered on the other films. We're still a family. It's been a long time getting here, but we're still a family. They're going to discover the family of Indiana Jones. There's a lot of callbacks and a couple of characters from the other movies, so it's going to be really fun to see how that plays out.
I think also it's remarkable to me that Harrison Ford has stood the test of time in the way that he has. And I think that that's what will really excite people, is that they'll feel like they're home again. They've stepped in to a new movie, but they feel like it's very familiar.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if you've seen the film, but yeah. So I kind of sneak into it in a little part. They've been keeping it very, very secret. So that's been challenging for me to know for the last 2 years that I'm in the film and not be able to breathe a word of it. That's been not the most fun thing I've ever had to do in my life, but now it's delightful to be a part of this one, and delightful particularly in the way in which, you know, they brought my character back into the story. So, you know, I feel very happy that Marion kind of, you know, gets to have a little apostrophe at the end of her story. It's great. I mean, it's such a delightful thing to be in a film that has, you know, I mean, I know people who are showing it to their great-grandchildren now. So that's unusual. I've made a lot of films. I don't think that there's another film I've made that has this kind of legs, as you would call it. And, you know, it's nothing but a wonderful thing when a film kind of captures people's hearts that way. So I'm appreciative is what I am, yeah. It's a wild, you know, constantly moving story, and I think that everybody is, you know, getting ready to go on a wild ride with the film. It's filled with like wonderful kind of twists and turns.
Well, it's nice to be back in Hollywood. I love the States, but it's been a long time since I've been back in LA and back in Hollywood. And the last time we did this particular one was 1985. Dear Lord. I was a young boy then. I'm only 28 now. As that magnificent actor, Paul Freeman says in the first one, the Ark is history. And Indiana Jones has brought forth I must have met at least 500 people who are archaeologists or museum curators, all of whom say, if it hadn't been for Indiana Jones, we would never have done this. Oh, just to see whether it fits in with their dream of Indy and another adventure. If we do that, then we'll have made a lot of people happy. And the other day I was at a fan convention and 3 men came up. Grandpa had seen the film when he was 11. He'd taken his son to see the film when he was 11 in the cinema. And they had just taken their grandpa's 11-year-old grandson to see the film in the cinema. I think there are more generations who will come and watch this movie, these movies. It's a great romp.
What a joy! I mean, honestly, how unreal to find myself here. We've been trekking through the streets of Morocco. We've been on the beaches of Sicily. We've been in Scotland and in London and on giant sound stages. And now we're here with a finished film to share it with indie fans around the world. You know, Indy is not a Superman. He's not a superhero. He's from the moment we meet him in Raiders of the Lost Ark, we see someone who's trouble with relationships, who gets kind of a little freaked out in crowds, who isn't connected to his students, who really is much more comfortable lost in a book or in a cave. So Harrison digs into all that and loves it because I think it makes him so much richer as a character and funnier. I just think it's such a joy to see Harrison back in action, to feel the beauty and the power of John Williams' powerful music, written in pencil on a piano by one of our most preeminent composers at 90 years of age. That to me, it's Indiana Jones films, before they're anything, are a love letter to movies, golden age classic movies.
But I've been looking for this all my life.